All right, ranking the best things to borrow from the job site. Sometimes things just end up in your truck. You don't know who put them there, how they got there, but you may need it at home. You just borrowing it, right? Shit, let's get right into it, y'all. We got electrical tape as the first one, and I think electrical tape is it's a tool for everything. Kind of like the adjustable wrench, crescent wrench. Electrical tape is good for everything, dude. Anything that needs to be welded back together or screwed back together or whatever, you can just electrical tape the shit out of it back together. Maybe your car's bumper's falling off or something. Dude, you can fucking wrap electrical tape around that mother. Dude, it's not going anywhere. And the best thing about electrical tape is it is electrical proof. You can't be electrocuted if you're holding electrical tape or if you use it to tape your shoes back up or whatever. Dude, electrical tape is similar to duct tape. It's a very good tool, can be used in a lot of situations. Maybe even your kids, instead of taking glue to school, right? If their supplies call for glue, send them with electrical tape. Just as good, probably even better. We're going to put it in A tier because I just think that is a pretty good tool to borrow. Next on the list, we got tape measure. Hey, tape measures come in handy too. Maybe you're working on something at the house and for some reason you don't have a tape measure. You can't find yours, or maybe I don't know, who knows what you're about to measure. Maybe you're about to have sex or something like that, and you just need a tape measure. It comes in handy. It's not as good to me to borrow as electrical tape. We'll probably put it in C tier. It's just not that great of a tool to borrow. If you're going to borrow something, I keep wanting to go back to electrical tape. Tape measure is just not the first thing I can think of to borrow, right? Let's move on, though. We got flashlight. That's right. I said flashlight, not fleshlight. There's only a few job positions that would have that type of light on the job. I think flashlight's okay. If there's a really good flashlight at the job site, and I'm talking it's got to be like an amazing, expensive, out of this world fucking flashlight for me to try to borrow a fucking flashlight. Most of the time, these companies cheap out, dude, and they're not going to have no badass flashlight. It's going to be a little piece of fucking shit. Especially if you're a mechanic or something and you're expecting the company to buy you some good shit. Here you go, your fucking Dollar Tree flashlight. Go buy your own fucking flashlight if you want something better. That's the way it is, big dog. So I think flashlights most of the time, they're going to be shitty, not worth borrowing from the job site. So we're going to put that in C tier. Just is what it is, dude. I don't know. We got to move on before I get pissed off there. Next on the list, we got adjustable wrench, crescent wrench, whatever y'all call it. We always called them crescent wrenches. Definitely a high tier tool to borrow, dude. You can use them as hammers. You can use them as crowbars. You can use them as screwdrivers in some cases. They even are good for wrenches sometimes. So we'll put an adjustable wrench. I ain't gonna lie, that's got to go in S tier. That's one of the best tools known to man, dude. It's an all-around tool. Like, it can be used for any fucking thing, dude. You can even fight off people trying to rob your house and shit with it. Fucking, I always keep one in my pocket, dude. I stay with that thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on from that one. We're going to go with Sawzall. That is a high-tier tool to take, too, because you can use a Sawzall for all kind of shit, brother. You want to get into something that ain't got a key? Fucking Sawzall. You want to kill a tree? Use a Sawzall and cut the roots. That motherfucker will die. You can use a Sawzall after a murder spree, too, if you want to. I mean, be a lot easier than using a regular knife or some shit. But a Sawzall comes in handy, dude. You can use a Sawzall for all kind of shit. We're going to put a Sawzall. Sawzall's got to go in S tier. It's got to go in S tier, dude. Badass tool. Good for a lot of shit. You can cut with it. You can cut wood with it. You can use it as a carpenter tool. You can use it as dude, it's a universal tool like the adjustable wrench, except it's the saw version. Fuck. All right? It'd be a tool you'd want to have if you're lost out in the woods somewhere. But anyway, let's move on from that. Next, we have got welding machine. Oh, that one deserves a round of applause. Oh, now my speakers want to work. That probably echoed. My speakers normally don't want to work, but they worked that time. That deserved a round of applause, dude, because if you can borrow a welding machine and nobody knows you borrowed it, you can bring it back whenever you want to. Maybe after you tear it up or a few years or something, it won't sell on eBay or pawn shop don't want it. Bring it back. Nobody ever know. Welding machine come in handy, dude. All right, you can build, fabricate, you can just weld shit together. I don't know, you can weld your trailer onto your truck ball if you want to. you can do anything with a welding machine when it comes to metal, right? Just make sure you wear the goofy ass Power Ranger helmet when you do it, so you don't fuck your eyes up. You don't want to do that. So if you can get away with borrowing the welding machine, I gotta hand it to you, man. That is an S tier tool. That is something every man dreams of. Is borrowing a welding machine or getting a free weld machine, whatever. We'll move on from that. Next, we got a hammer. Now, a hammer comes in handy to hammer things, obviously, but it's not, in my opinion, it's not a great tool to take. I mean, you can go get a hammer for a few dollars. It's not that big of a deal. Everybody should have a hammer already. It just depends on what you're trying to do. I guess if you need a big hammer and your job site has a big hammer, like a big fucking 4-pound, 5-pound, 10-pound hammer, whatever, then I guess maybe it's worth borrowing, but still not that great of a tool to borrow, in my opinion. I hate to do it, but hammer's got to go in D tier, man. It's just not that great. I don't really want to be doing... If I need to borrow a hammer for something at home, like I'm pissed off about that, because if it requires me to be using a big-ass hammer that only my job site has or that I'll only find at work, I'm pissed off. I'm doing too much work at home. I'm putting in way too much effort into something. We got ratchet and socket set. Yes, that one actually could do a round of applause too, because I think that is a wonderful, wonderful tool to borrow from the job site, man. Think of all the shit you can fix and work on with a rocket. I just need more alcohol. I just haven't drank enough because I can't speak. So anyway, ratchet and socket. Think of all the shit you can fix and work on with a ratchet and socket set that you don't have to buy because you borrowed it, right? And it's probably a pretty decent ratchet and socket set, especially if it comes in a little case with the little handle and you could tote it around like a little suitcase. Hell yeah, dude. Fucking right. So I think ratchet and socket set gotta go in A tier. It's a damn good tool to borrow from the job site, brother. Damn good tool, especially if it's name brand, fucking expensive shit. What's it? Snap-on and DeWalt, shit like that. Moving on from that, we have got a generator. Comes in handy, dude. What if your power goes out? What if you want to go camping and you need electricity? What if you're trying to hide from the government off the grid and you need electricity every now and then? Or some shit like that, dude. I don't know. What if you're trying to start like a beer brewing company or something? I don't know if you need a generator for that, but why not? At least you'd have it. We're going to put generator in A tier. That is one of the best tools I can think of to borrow from the job site, guys. Moving on from that, we've got the impact driver. Another high tier tool to borrow from the job site, dude. You know how expensive impact drivers are. Anytime you can get your hands on one to borrow, take home and use, and you can use it on all kind of shit, man. The possibilities are endless what you can use an impact driver on, dude. We're going to put that one in a high tier as well, man. S, because fuck yeah, dude. All right, fuck yeah, dude. Moving on, let's go to drill bits. Hell yeah, big dog. They won't miss them. They will not miss them. They'll never know them drill bits is gone. I think they're decent. If you get yourself a decent set of them to borrow, they'll never know they're gone. I mean, they'll be like, where's them fucking drill bits at? And I mean, drill bits are easy to lose. They get lost all the time. They're usually handed around. And if you're working somewhere where drill bits are needed, they're usually handed off here and there, and whatever. They'll never miss them. Of course, you're going to bring them back after you get done with them because you're just borrowing them. We'll put drill bits in B tier. I think it's a decent tool to borrow, but it's not the greatest, right? But it is above tape measure and flashlight for sure. And then we will move on. I got something on here for the white collar boys on here. A laptop. If you can get your hands on a borrowed laptop, wipe it clean, make sure they can't track it and see where it's at so they don't know how long you're borrowing it for. You're going to bring it back, dude. Come on, big dog. You ain't going to keep it. You're borrowing it. Laptop's a pretty good tool to take home, I think, especially if it's a powerful laptop. But in the context of most of this being blue collar, the laptop's not going to be that powerful. It's going to be one of them $200 laptops from Walmart. and it's just not going to be really worth going through the troubles, to be honest. So it's not a real high tier one, I don't think, in my humblest of opinions. So we'll put it in B. It is decent. Let's say you wasn't borrowing the laptop and you were planning to keep it and sell it. Don't do that. Like, I'm not suggesting that, but I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, if somebody was to take the laptop and not borrow it and take it to a pawn shop or something, they might get $100 or so for it. I mean, it's a free $100 and stuff. If your company's got a badass, awesome, high performance laptop and you borrow that and you can do some gaming on it or whatever the hell else you want to do on it, Mike could put it in A. Mike could put it in S. But in the laptops I've seen where I work, motherfuckers going in B, dude. All right, I don't even want to go through the trouble of taking it. Next on the list, we've got a forklift. Things like this happen. People borrow forklifts, usually at nighttime, without anybody knowing they're borrowing it. It happens. And hey, if you can borrow the forklift without anybody knowing that you're borrowing the forklift, and you really need the forklift, you never know what people really need. They might really need the forklift. They got to move some heavy ass shit, all right? Maybe their wife wanted to move from the bedroom to the living room. Who fucking knows? But a forklift, we got to put that bad boy in S tier, dude. It would be badass to have my own forklift in my yard. I can't even lie. Like, it would be, it really would. It would be badass to have a forklift in my backyard, dude. We're going to put it in the front. We've got to put that in the fucking front, dude. We'll put welding machine there, too. Yes, sir. Could you imagine if you had a welding machine and a forklift in your yard? Ah, man, I bet some of you big money motherfuckers watching this have that. I bet y'all do, man. And hey, I'm happy for you. I love it. But I don't have a forklift or a welding machine. At least not a good one. Moving on from that, we've got a lawnmower. I think that's a pretty good object, a pretty good thing to borrow myself, dude. You gotta mow your grass. It's not your fault your grass keeps growing. If your boss wants you to come to work on time, your grass needs to be mowed. For one thing, like moving through grass like a jungle is going to take you longer to get to work. You might get snake bit. You may have to go to the hospital and shit, or you might get tick bit and you may have to go to the hospital. Then you can't eat red meat and all that bullshit. So this is actually helping out the company. If you borrow the lawnmower so you can mow your yard so that you can get to work on time, you can be more productive. They don't want to look at it that way. That's on them, whatever. But it is what, that's true. There's a lot of truth in what I just said. I never say anything unless there's truth in it, dude. And that's just, it is what it is, big dog. So moving on from that, we got a grinder. Well, if you take the welding machine to borrow, then you might as well borrow the grinder because you're going to probably need it. If you half-ass know or don't know what you're doing, you're going to need a grinder. And I'm not talking about the kind of grinder that linemen and electricians are thinking of when I say grinder. I'm talking about the tool that you smooth shit out with metal and shit. I think a grinder is a pretty good tool. By itself, I'm going to have to put it in we're going to put, it goes in A. Grinder goes in A tier. By itself, it's a pretty decent tool to take. But if you borrow it with the welding machine, you borrow those two together, boom, baby, you got yourself the ultimate combination. The only thing missing would be like the blowtorch and shit. Next on the list, we've got mini excavator. Yes, sir. This happens a lot more than you'd think it would, man. It's same with the forklift. They normally borrow these things at night when nobody knows they're borrowing it and nobody knows they're there, and they usually, for some reason, have a mask on. And I know one thing, if I own a company and I own some mini X's, guess what? They're going to be trackers all over them motherfuckers. More than one. So when you think you found the tracker and chunk it, you ain't found all the trackers. I'll promise you that, big dog. I'm not losing out on that shit, so... But if you can manage to borrow a Mini X, dude, like borrow a Mini X and just bring it back whenever you're done with it after you tear it up and shit, dude, we're going to put that bad boy up here, man. It's got to go up here, and it's going to go right there, right behind the old forklift, man. I don't know. I'd rather have a Mini X than I would a forklift, I think. Fuck yeah, dude. I think that's the best order for that right there. Maybe generator could probably be moved on up here, right? Boom, baby. Yes, sir. And we're going to move on from that one. We've got all the copper. We all know a coworker who would borrow all the copper on the job site. And I'm talking stripping shit down. I'm talking stripping wire down. I'm talking fucking digging into shit. They'll take all the copper and they'll borrow the hell out of it. Yeah, I fuck it, dude. Hey, if you go through the trouble to borrow all the copper on the job site, that's hell. Fuck it, dude. We're putting it in A. You know what? Fuck that, dude. All the copper's going in S. All the copper's going in S. All right. I know y'all can't really see. Here we go. Yes, sir. See all the copper, baby. We might bring all the copper. Fuck it, dude. All the copper's going right there in front. That's the best damn tool you can borrow from the job site, baby. Make sure you borrow all of it, though. As always, if you made it this far, thank you. Appreciate y'all for the support, man. Like, subscribe, share the video. Even if whoever you share it to don't watch it, it still helps. Ah, man, I love y'all. I still can't believe I made it over 10,000 subscribers. That's crazy, dude. That's wild, man. Y'all have a good day, night, evening, morning, whatever it is, wherever you